Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Football Showcase. Live tonight on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, presented by Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Federal Credit Union, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and Houston Clinic. I'm Mike Peacock along with Austin Allen. We are live from T.C. Britton Field, Panther Stadium in Smiths Station, Alabama, where the visiting Bulldogs of Opelika have invaded Smiths Station. Austin?
They definitely did invade, Mike. I mean, we're on the Opelika side in the box up here, and it's absolutely packed out. I don't see many empty seats at all. Beautiful scene tonight, nice sunset, nice LED light show going on. Environment looks like it's going to be rocking.
It is. It usually is here, despite what the records of the team are. These folks have a great time at their home football games, and they love their Panthers, and these Bulldog fans love those Bulldogs. And they're just right up the road. So it was an easy trip down from Opelika for everybody tonight. Both sides of the stadium are packed. Great atmosphere. And Opelika won the toss, and they broke with the trend of deferring, and they decided they wanted the football first, Austin.
They did. A little unconventional. I mean, I think Opelika probably feels confident in what they can do offensively, so it looks like they're going to try and jump on Smiths Station early here and try and grind them out in the first half.
Ethan Monka will kick it off for Smiths Station, deep for Opelika. I'm trying to see the numbers, and they've got those tight jerseys on, and sometimes you just can't read them. I believe that's number 4 on the far side over there. And ball is squib kicked, and it's going to go out of bounds over there. So Opelika, and there's the flag, Opelika will be able to start on the 35-yard line. They're keeping it away from the deep backs, but they trade off that by giving them good field position, Austin.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you wanted to squib it, I guess, to keep it out of the hands of the playmakers, but you got to keep it in the middle of the field or at least in bounds when you're going to do that. It's a costly penalty to start the game. Give an explosive Opelika offense already with good position, even better position.
Well, in Opelika's offense, you mentioned tonight they are getting back toward full speed. They've had a lot of injuries, including their starting quarterback. And tonight he is back. Colby Key back running the offense for the Bulldogs. He's been out for a couple of weeks, and he is back tonight in the backfield, joined by his running back. That is number 24. Jordan Waits. I apologize for that.
Did a good job pushing the pile there, Mike. Picked up, looks like about 7.
Yep, up to the 42-yard line, so a 7-yard gain. And they go no huddle. They run some spread principles here, although they've only got one receiver wide each way. They've got an H-back and a tight end.
They got a one-on-one out here past the hash mark.
Man in motion, little front toss. Jet pass, I think you call that. It is a forward pass, so it goes down as a pass play, but they're going to lose a couple of yards, or about a yard and a half, almost back to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards.
Yeah, that took them to more 3rd and medium, Mike, but I think the whole playbook's still open right here on this 3rd down.
No doubt. They pack it in a little tighter on the offensive side this time, does Opelika, and they draw them off. Let's see, did anybody move on the Opelika line? Let's see, is this going to be encroachment? I believe it is, and that's going to give Opelika a 1st down.
Yeah, they bit on the clap.
And how many people over there on the other sideline, Austin said, watch
Don't
the
jump.
football.
Don't jump. You know, it was said many a time. Sometimes you can't help it, though, especially on a 3rd down. You're trying to get after it. Mistakes happen.
Receiver in motion. He reverses back. He's going to get the handoff. And he's not going to get the edge over there. And is going to be brought down. A great play. That is number 4 for Smiths Station, Elijah Tatum.
He did a great job, Mike. Just not the Opelika ball carrier was starting to flail a little bit, and Smiths Station's defender was able to not grab that face mask. I know he was real close to it, but that would have been a killer.
It would have. Great play. Raced up and didn't let him get outside, kept that outside leverage, got a hold of him and brought him down for a large loss. Back to the 41. Now the first pass of the game, And the quarterback is going to be sacked. That's big number 78 for Smiths Station. That's Mikael Bonner, the defensive lineman, the big senior. And he broke free, got off his block. And another big loss back all the way to the 38-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 20 for Opelika.
That's a long stretch, and great job by Bonner there, just straight bull rushing off the edge.
True spread formation this time, twins both ways, a man in motion. And the quarterback is going to get it away, and he's going to complete it right at the marker. And he was close, Austin, to that line of scrimmage, but he kept himself behind the line and was able to find a receiver. And I'll give kudos to his offensive lineman, too. When he started scrambling, they did not get downfield and get that penalty call on them, and it's a first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a great discipline play on third down, and good job by the receiver knowing where the first down was and catching the ball and just laying down.
So it'll be
right on the spot.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Panthers for Opelika. Another pass. Scrambles again. He's going to be brought down, and that one is going to be caught. He got it off somehow, and it was caught.
That was another great grab by number 13 there, Mike.
Camden Rayleigh with the reception there.
It's the second time in a row they've went to him.
Tell you, I can see why they're glad to have Colby Key back. He is able to keep plays alive, and they got him again.
Definitely field generalin right now. Mike has got him called offsides twice. Play's been dead twice. He's made something happen. Excellent job by Key so far on this drive.
I can see. I talked with one of the coaches at Opelika yesterday, Jamie Ferguson, and he told me they were glad to have him back after a couple of weeks without him. And I can see why. Smiths Station got to bow their neck here. They've done some great things on defense so far, and now the one thing you don't want to do if you're an edge player is get up too far upfield, and that's exactly what the Smiths Station defensive end did. He got too far upfield. Kobe Key ran inside him and got a nice gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, you
on
can
that
see
first
him, Mike.
down play.
He went through about his first two reads, didn't see anything, seen the DN kind of creep up a little bit too far and took the corner there. Couldn't get all the way around, but made something out of nothing. Good game.
And now the tight end and the H-back will shift. And to give. This is another one of those really good running backs. He breaks free inside the 10-yard line down to the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. That is C.J. Johnson, the senior running back, one of a trio of running backs that Opelika will use quite a bit in the game, and he's down first and goal now for the Bulldogs right at the 5-yard line.
Mike, big number 75 for Opelika, absolutely destroyed a man out past the numbers right there. Great block by him to spring it for even more yards down the field. Came all the way out from right guard all the way to that side of the field, Mike. Great athleticism by him. Got to give a shout-out to the trenchers.
Oh, absolutely. That's where the game's won and lost. Jordan Waits back in the backfield with Key now on this first and goal. You got two receivers to the left, tight end and H-back on the right side. The snap, the give to Waits, up the middle. He's got a hole. He's going to get to the inside the 5. They're going to stand him up, though, at about the 2-yard line and drive him back. And it'll be second and goal.
Opelika have been really confident in their run block sets on this drive, Mike. Not as successful in pass pro. Smiths Station been able to make some moves off the edge a couple of times, but it looks like this O-line is starting to settle in and kind of impose their will right here.
Now we've got the true I formation.
Gotta love that.
Give to the fullback, or he was lined up at fullback, and the touchdown. That was C.J. Johnson, the senior. He goes off left tackle from the fullback position and runs it in for the score for Opelika.
Yeah, Mike, that was just a great job. I mean, right on cue when we just talked about it, the offensive line mashed on him one more time, gave it to the fullback. Nice old school play there, able to execute it right up.
And the all-everything kicker for Opelika is in the game. to try the extra point. That is Reese Beasley. He's a 4-star or 5-star, depending on what list you look at.
Oh, he's got leg, Mike. That thing just disappeared into the darkness. It went over the goalpost. Holy.
We had offside against Smiths Station. That's going to blow it dead, though. So let's see what they're going to do. That's declined, and they're going to kick it again. But now they got to go get the football.
Somebody's got to go get the football wherever it is.
I think it's on top of the school over there somewhere. They got one in there. They got another. They got a couple more, I guess, on the sideline over here.
Yeah, they might have to raise the net up for this kid because he was putting toe to leather right there.
So the snap, the hold, the kick is up, sails into the darkness again, and it's good. So with 6:34 left in the first period, it is Opelika 7, Smiths Station nothing. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
And welcome back to T.C. Britton Field, Panther Stadium here in Smiths Station. Opelika's taking a 7-0 lead. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be naming the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. And Beasley is going to kick that one, and it's going to land almost on the back line of the end zone. That looked effortless. I love watching these guys that can boom it.
I know. You know, Mike, I want to say excellent drive by Opelika, well executed. But remember, Smiths Station could have got off the field 2 times if it wasn't for their own self-inflicted wounds. So just something to look for.
Couple of offside penalties that hurt. And they'll get their first chance on offense here. Coach Blair Harrison with the wing tee offense. They have been able to move the ball against people this year, but they are a grinded-out type of offense. The give off right tackle, and that is Braylon Crowell who gets the carry. No, I'm sorry. Wrong number. That was Luke Sexton.
That was a great physical run there. Smiths Station's first play from scrimmage.
Sexton is a big kid, and he does run physically. He is not shy of contact.
Not at all. He got vertical quick, lowered his shoulder, and got his team in good position on second down.
They're in the T formation, and they will shift to the wings. They'll leave Sexton in the backfield.
And a tight end just jump on the edge there.
Tight end was very early. I'm not sure what he heard or thought he heard, but he was the only one that moved, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the third 5-yard penalty in the game. 2 on defense, 1 on offense now, and those are both self-inflicted.
Pre-snap penalties, Mike, it's the quickest way to raise your coach's blood pressure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a wonder I still have hair.
I don't, but it's not because of football. I don't know if you have any kids, Mike.
I do. All the motion now, the give is going to be to the wing around the right end, and he gets outside, and he's going to get good yardage. That is Trayvon Key. And we'll see Trayvon Key on those little sweep plays out of his wing position. And a good gain is going to get – that's going to be about 8 yards. Well, actually a little more than that since the penalty. But it's going to be 3rd down and a yard now for the Panthers. They really need to get this first down, Austin, to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, they need to convert. That was a great job by Key there getting the edge, though. Excellent job just kind of going from vertical to side, kind of confusing Opelika defense, but they really got to get a good push here.
Got an extra lead blocker, and that's Sexton, and he's going to get across the 30, and that will be a first down.
That was tough right there, Mike. That was tough running, razor-thin margin, held him up right at the marker. But he was able to strain just enough.
Opelika, I don't know if they had a stunt called or what, but they kind of loaded that left side of the defense up. And Smiths Station only shifted one back from the T formation into the wing. So it was a single wing, extra lead blocker, and they got just enough to get the first down. So 1st and 10. Motion. They're going to give it. On the wing coming around. This time, that is Jeremiah Owens.
And they just blew it dead.
They finally blew it dead, and the official went down, lost his hat. I'm not sure what happened there.
He took a spill. You know, when they're running this wing T, Mike, there's a lot of bodies condensed in the middle of the field right there. And no receiver split out wide. It's a big mass of humanity.
And a lot of those defensive players are shifting, trying to find their responsibilities, and I believe one of them ran into him. I think that's what happened with the defensive players.
Got to keep your head on the swivel down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget also that we will have our halftime highlight show with Richard Holdridge live from the Beck Center. The give, that's going to be Sexton. He's going to get grabbed. Short gain this time, as Opelika had 3 or 4 guys on him that time. He couldn't get loose, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. The ball rests at about the 37-yard line of Smiths Station. Austin, they need this to keep this drive going.
They do. It's definitely a harder conversion than the last one, Mike. I don't know how comfortable they are with kind of maybe dumping one out in the flats, but it's an option here.
Trayvon Key with a carry. He gets the edge, and he's going to pick up the first down on the far sideline over there. He's going to get up to about the 43-yard line, so another nice play from Trayvon Key on that little wing sweep.
I'll tell you what, Mike, Trayvon's speed just popped out to me right there. The way he got that edge and got vertical. It was a great burst.
Actually, they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. So it was a lot closer than it appeared to be. But they did get the first down. They keep the drive alive, and this is Blair Harrison football, grinding it out.
They're doing a great job executing so far.
Wing shift. Motion. The give. Good block on the outside by Key, but Opelika had an extra man there, and now there's going to be a flag. That's going to be a face mask.
I was going to say, Mike, it could be a face mask. I've seen a little bit of the back collar grabbing. Could be a horse collar right here.
Could be calling a horse collar. Let's see which one they call. He had one hand on the front that might have caught the face mask and another hand on the neck of the jersey.
That's called flailing, Mike. When you're getting beat and you just start grabbing whatever you can, sometimes it'll cost you.
And they're going to pick it up and say no foul.
All right, they're going to say fair play. I don't blame them. You know, it was nothing about it was purposeful from our view up here.
I didn't think he got the face mask.
Yeah.
And then the flag came out a little bit late, but they're going to wipe that out. So it was a loss of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, he may have touched it, but he never gripped it.
So first time with long yardage on 2nd down for Smiths Station. They give to Key on that sweep again. Opelika tries to string it out, and they do. Much better job this time. The blockers tried to get out there and give him the edge, but they rotated too many people up that time, Austin, and they were there waiting on that sweep.
Yes, they did. Opelika had numbers to that right side. One lead blocker, Key trying to follow him, but numbers got there and really nowhere to go for him at that point.
So 3rd and long, and that's something that Smiths Station does not like to see. 3rd and long here, 3rd down 11. That was a no-gain play there. And we'll see what happens here. Will they put it in the air? They do have a passing package out of this, and we'll see what they do.
Well, Mike, even if they don't want to pass downfield, if they could just get a tunnel screen out to their guys out in space, Trayvon Key's got some speed. He could make something happen.
Cohen Thomas, the quarterback, he's looking at the sideline now. They're trying to get the play in. Let's see, the play clock is down now to 1, and they're going to call timeout. So timeout, Smiths Station. We got 1:56 remaining in this first period. We'll take a break here also on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back to Smiths Station in just a moment.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football Showcase here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It is 3rd down 11 for Smiths Station at their own 39-yard line. Backs in motion. The quick give, a little trap play right there, and Opelika was all over that, led by the big defensive lineman, number 99.
He's a big boy, Mike.
He is a big boy.
They did a great job blowing it up at the point of attack.
Carson Riddle with the big tackle. He got off his block quickly and smothered that play before it had a chance to go anywhere. No gain on the play, 4th and 11, and that'll bring out the punter for Smiths Station. And
you see how hard they sold out on the run there.
Hunter Whaley, he gets it off. End over end kick. The receiver's just going to let it roll. It's going to roll dead at the 25-yard line of Opelika.
Opelika just fully sold out on that run, Mike, and that's got to be something that these Smiths Station coaches got to pick up on and say, hey, if they're going to fully sell out, that's going to give us a chance to throw a play-action shot at some point.
All right, so the Opelika offense drove down and scored on their first possession. Can they do it again as they come back out? And as we said, the quarterback for Opelika has been out for a couple of weeks with an injury. They've had a couple of people out for an injury, but Colby Key is back, and he was tremendous on that first drive. Let's see if Smiths Station has made any adjustments yet on this defense. They've got to keep from shooting themselves in the foot. Receiver in motion, the give. This is to the running back, and that is C.J. Johnson. And Johnson is going to gain about maybe 3 yards.
About 3.
2nd down, 7. The give again to Johnson. He's got a bigger hole this time, and he's going to get close to a first down. I believe he's going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, he buried his shoulder in the defender and laid a lick on that one, Mike.
Well, they had some running room that time. The offensive line really moved some people on that right side. Of course, if you see the size of their right guard
yes,
and right tackle, you understand. And lo and behold, they do it again.
They jump again, Mike. It's just you can't keep doing this, especially with a team like Opelika. They've already shown the propensity to take advantage of this than the first drive. And you can see this front 7 of Smiths Station is already behind the 8 ball. They're loading the box up. They got 5 on the line, putting their cornerbacks on an island. So they are really selling out to stop the run by Opelika.
And they've got twins right here, and it looks like one of those guys is uncovered. And that's going to be, it was almost picked off. That was not a good throw or not a wise throw. Let me put it that way.
Definitely not.
By Colby Key. He laid that one out there, and Smiths Station had a golden opportunity at an interception and just didn't come up with the football.
One that they would have loved to see themselves cash in on.
I believe that was the corner over there, Elijah Tatum, that had the shot at the intersection.
He made a great break on the ball.
He really did. He had his guy covered. That's Johnson on the carry. Gets the edge. Almost breaks another tackle. Nice gain by Johnson. Kept his legs going, got away from a couple of tacklers, ran through those, and it's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 3rd and 1, maybe a little less than a yard. And that is the end of the first quarter here at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium in Smiths Station. It is Opelika 7, Smiths Station nothing. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
We are back in Smiths Station. It is 3rd down and 1 for Opelika, trying to keep this drive alive. They're going to shift the tight end and the H-back over to the left side. Quarterback gives. Run around left. He's got some lead blockers. Look like a counter play over there. And he's still on his feet. Oh, my goodness. Thought he was down. Progress stopped briefly, but he just kept his legs pumping.
Kept going.
And went forward.
He Houdini'd for a second, Mike. Powell was there. He went in the pile. He came out the pile.
And
made a big play.
It's 1st down all the way over at the Panther 40-yard line now, so a big play for Opelika.
They're in shot territory right here, Mike. I wonder if they're willing.
And you got a good
and
call,
they are.
Austin. And it's deep downfield. And did he hang on to that football? Let's see. He did.
It. And
What
right
a
on
catch.
cue, right on cue, Mike. They let one rip right down the middle of the field. 1st down.
Jalen Washington with an outstanding catch there, and he was well covered, and the ball stayed in the air for a little while, Austin, but he was able to get horizontal there and pick that one off the turf, and Opelika's in business, 1st and goal.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. That one was in there for a while. He did a great job of tracking that.
The give up the middle. C.J. Johnson is inside the 5, and he's down. Let's see. He's going to be just short of the goal line. I believe the ball is going to be inside the 1-yard line, Austin. So Opelika about to go up by 2 scores here.
Yeah, looks like they're getting back in that I formation. They scored off of it last drive. Wonder if they'll go to the fullback or to the tailback this time. Maybe off tackle.
Jordan Waits is the fullback position, and he gets the football, and he's in there for the touchdown. So a big push up the middle. He gets in from a yard out, and it's 13-0 now, Bulldogs, and on comes the kicker, Reese Beasley.
Great balance by the Opelika offense so far in this game.
Yeah, they have, I'm sure that Colby Key's trying to get back in the swing of things, throwing the football, being out 2 weeks. and getting game action for the first time in a couple of weeks. The snap, the kick is up, kicks it out of the stadium again, and it's 14-0 Opelika with 10:40 to go in the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for the kickoff in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Back in Smiths Station, Opelika about to kick off. They've taken a 14-0 lead here early in the second quarter. Beasley gets into it, and this one is going to be out of the end zone once again. And that makes him 19 of 21 on kickoffs this year for touchbacks.
Kid's got a boot on him, Mike. He's legit. Smiths Station, got to feel like their backs are fully against the wall right here, Mike, I would assume. I mean,
yes.
I know it's a wing T offense and you're trying to push it down the field, but I talked about this with another wing T offense at Glenwood a few weeks ago. It is so hard to methodically move your way down the field with these small yardage plays. You got to feel at some point, you got to find a matchup that you like and just try to exploit it somehow.
Yeah. Somehow get a chunk play out of it. Beasley's just a junior, by the way, Austin. I was looking that up on my roster. So he's got another year to kick for the Bulldogs. Give around right in. He's tripped up over there. Good play. That is number 26 for Opelika that broke through. That's Xavier Thomas. Broke through and got to the feet.
He had a little bit of a crease
Owens
there, Mike, but they closed it up really quick.
Well, he had some lead blockers in front of him, and that play came from the middle of the line, and it seemed like somebody shot through at about knee level and got hold of his feet, tripped him up, and just a gain of 1 on that play.
They torpedoed through, Mike, kind of little hunt for Red October.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fake, he's going to put it in the air. He's got a man open, and he just didn't catch it. The intended receiver was Eli Stonebreaker, and he was behind everybody. The ball was maybe delivered a tad late, Austin.
Tad late, a tad high. But, Mike, that's just what we were talking about, trying to find a mismatch, and I think Eli Stonebreaker might be one of those guys. You see how open he got.
Everybody bit
on the play
fake, and he was able to get out there and was open, and he had the catch, and one thing he did too, Austin, he kind of quit on his route a little bit and was backpedaling.
Yeah, ball floated. He wasn't sure on the judgment of that ball. It cost him a little bit. That's one time on offense and defense that they could have had a pick and now a drop pass that could have really changed the outlook of this thing so far.
So 3rd and long. And the pass is knocked down right as he threw it. And I didn't see the number of the guy who was on the quarterback right there, but a great pass rush from Opelika. They brought a couple of extra people and outmanned the blockers for Smiths Station. It's 4th down, and they've got to punt again.
Yeah, it was, Mike. And, 3rd and long, you just ran the play fake. I don't think Opelika's in the business of biting on the play fake, especially on a 3rd and long right after you just ran it. But it's hard to set up a shot on 3rd and long when Opelika can just pin their ears back and get after you.
Leonard Whaley almost has that one blocked, and they bumped him, but no call there, no flag. And let's see, there is a flag now on the sideline over there. Let's see what this is going to be.
I don't know if we're getting a holding or a late hit out of bounds. I'm not sure what it transpired over here at about the 40.
Might have been a blindside block as well. It appears it's going to be against, yeah, it is against Opelika. And it's going to be from the end of the play. We'll take a break and we'll tell you about it when we come back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's
hold every.
But it looks like it's going to be.
Receiver was on and he was like an out. Against Opelika, and that's going to ruin
in a game if you're Smiths Station, but on their end, you got to take advantage of the
first responsibility is not to let somebody get behind you, and everybody just had their eyes in the wrong place there, bit on that play fake, came up for the run, and he was all alone back there.
Yeah, he was. You don't want to be in the film room for that one, Mike. It's going to be ugly.
Jalen Washington was the guy who threw the pass, and he's not a quarterback, he's a wide receiver, but he delivered a pretty good ball there.
He did, and you could see why they all bit. I mean, we've seen him with some speed earlier in this game.
So good play by Smiths Station's interior line there to keep that gain a minimum. And that was Jalen Nelson on the carry. I believe that was Jalen Nelson.
All right, they got twins to the bottom side of the field right here.
Single receiver up high. The look, short, quick pass out in the flat, and oh my goodness, he has got some speed. That is that same young man, Andre Van, out there. And I was told by one of the Opelika coaches that those receivers are lightning in a bottle, and you can see why.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he put that kid on skates right there. You see the sand flying up off the side as he put his foot in the ground and took off.
So Opelika in business. They are at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10, trying to go up by 3 scores here. Breaks a tackle, gets loose again, and that is Jalen Nelson one more time.
I'll tell you what, Mike, these first 15 plays that Opelika's ran have been absolutely beautiful. They've done such a great job of just a change of pace from going outside, quick throw to the boundary, to running right up the middle with a bigger body back. They're doing a great job of keeping Smiths Station honest.
They are. 7 yards gained on that play, 2nd and 3. The pass down in the corner. He's open, and he catches it. Did he get his feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown. That is Andre Van again. Number 18 made his presence known on that drive for the Bulldogs, and they strike again. It's 20-0 here in Smiths Station, and on comes Beasley for another extra point.
Van, excellent job on that play. Judging the ball, getting the toe tap in. Before all that occurred, though, Mike, burning his defender to begin with.
Oh, absolutely. A really nice ball thrown by Colby Key there for the touchdown. Beasley booms it.
Made just the way you like them. Juicy set the table for every average hotel.
And we're back here at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium at Smiths Station. Opelika has taken a 21-0 lead. There's 7:53 left in this first half. And Beasley's going to put it away again, and that one's going to go out of the end zone one more time.
The kid's got a rocket strapped to his hip, Mike.
He does. He does. He's one of those kids that he is good at what he does. He is good at his craft, and I would quite expect to see him at the next level in a couple of years.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have some visitors here over the next season.
Now,
have some visitors come down to Opelika for
turning
sure.
our attention to the Panthers here, Austin, they've got to feel like they've got to get something going on this drive right here. The game is not out of reach by any means, but they are down 3 scores.
They got to score right here, Mike, and this is the problem with having such a hard, rigid offensive system. It's so hard if a team is able to key in on that. How do you work around that or try to find another alternative to get some positives?
And here's an end around. He gets the edge. That's Trayvon Key, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds as he crosses the 25-yard line to the 26. So a good gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4. Trayvon Key is the guy that they like to go to. He is electric, and he can break one at any time, and he's had some good gains so far.
Yeah, Mike, they might want to consider getting Trayvon out in the flats and getting him the ball in some open space and letting him work, especially considering Opelika is so condensed down here in the middle of the field, and they've been used to doing that for almost a half of this game now.
Under center this time. Little swing out there, and you called it, Austin. They got the ball out in space to him. He's going to get some yardage and cross the 30. I believe that's going to be a first down. Let's see where they mark him. Maybe just a tad short. I do believe they're going to put him at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 1 here for the Panthers.
So that's a good job getting him out in space. I mean, you see some positive things happen right there. Now, Mike, I'd expect them to send Trayvon right up the center here. Kind of try to impose their will on this defensive line right here for the first down.
Jeremiah Owens also in the backfield. The lead block. Owens gets the carry, and he's going to easily get the first down. And that lead block, Trayvon Key was the lead blocker over there. He didn't shift to his wing position, stayed in the backfield.
Yeah, that was also, that was a good little wrinkle there, Mike, just giving them something to look at. You know, They got their eyes on Trayvon.
Well, you know, if it can be done in this offense, Blair Harrison has coached it. And he's got a million of them up his sleeve, and we'll just see what happens from here on. This is promising start to the drive. See if they can keep things going here and keep it flowing.
Speaking of stuff in the pocket, we've seen Eli Stonebreaker breaking down the field free. That's something to just keep in the back of your mind here.
Fake. There he is over the middle and just got a hand on it. Somebody, I believe that was number 23 for Opelika, Braden Howard, that just got a finger on that and knocked it offline as the receiver for Smiths Station, Davion Lamb, was about to have a big play.
That was excellent job reacting to that route. Good play call there.
Absolutely.
Just not quite able to bring it in.
Well run route and a well-delivered football. Maybe could have had just a tad bit more air under it, but you can't complain about that. It was on target and a good play by the defense. And there's the lead play, and that is Luke Sexton back in the game, and he has a nice burst, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 4 here. So another big play for Smiths Station. And Austin, in this situation, this might be 4-down territory for the Panthers.
Yeah, definitely. Depending on what they gain here, it most definitely is, as long as they don't take any kind of negative play here. They might try and get just a dive straight up the middle and kind of set them up for a 3rd down where they might be able to go out wide with it.
So one guy shifts again. And the give, and that is, let's see, was that Sexton or was that
They got him right
Owens
at the 22 here. About a yard shy.
I believe that was Owens on the carry. No, it was Sexton. Sexton with the carry, and they've got him up. Let's see, they're marking it with the nose of the football at the 42. So it's going to be 4th down and a yard, and Smiths Station does keep the offense on the field. Now, how many coaches from the Opelika sideline said watch the football there?
Watch the football. Everybody said it, and if you didn't listen, you're going to hear about it, Mike, for a long time.
Absolutely. All right, big play in the drive here. The give. And he's loose. Trayvon Key knocked out of bounds on the right end over there. He bounced off a couple of times, Austin, and got to the edge, and a big gain for Smiths Station and a big play, a big first down.
He did it again, Mike. I mean, it's like he keeps hitting a portal out there. He disappears and then reappears about 10 yards downfield away from everybody.
He did step out of bounds a little earlier than we thought, but he does cross into positive territory at the 49 of Opelika. So a huge play for Smiths Station there as they try to keep this offense rolling.
All right, you remember Opelika took a shot about 5 yards farther up.
Yep.
I'd look for Smiths Station to do the same thing here. They've been running pretty good. Would be a good
Lamb
time
is
to try
wide
it.
to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. The fake. Lamb right there in the seam, and he's caught and is complete for another first down. He's going to get to about the 37-yard line. And another big play and a good throw that time from Cohen Thomas. Delivered that right in that little gap.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Mike, I don't know what's going on. Me and Blair Harrison might be kindred spirits or something.
You guys are on the same page tonight.
We're on the same wave tonight. And he's doing a good job of mixing it up on this drive, something we didn't see the first couple drives. He's really leaning in.
Lamb
to try and being a little bit more multiple.
Lamb now split to the right side, and they shift to 2 wings. Motion. Owens in motion. Pass play. Out in the flat, and that's Trayvon Key's got it, and he's going to step out of bounds over there at the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 7 yards on first down. So the throwing package is coming out here, Austin, for Smiths Station.
It was a great first down play. Puts you in second and excellent position. Really opens up the whole playbook. They've been going north and south a lot this drive, Mike. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go a little horizontal right here, maybe a little end around or rocket orbit type motion and actually give it instead of the dive this time.
All right. 2nd down and 3. The give to Sexton off the right side, and he's going to gain a couple. Let's see, there is a flag here at the line of scrimmage. And it was not a pre-snap penalty, so let's see what the situation is. Let's see what this call. It could be an encroachment penalty on Opelika. Nope. This one's going to bring the black shirts backward. A chop block.
Called it a chop block. Don't see that very often.
So that's a 10-yard penalty. Going to put it back at the 40. And it's
something you got to avoid there.
2nd and about 13 now for Smiths Station.
Things like that do happen occasionally, though, in these wing T and veer type offenses with a lot of pin and pulling linemen.
Yep. Hey, folks, stick around for the halftime update show presented by the Beck Center with Richard Holdridge. It'll be coming up at halftime, and we have 3.5 minutes left before the half here at Smiths Station. The shift, motion, the fake, delivers the pass out in the flat. That's Owens on the reception. And he's going to get the first down.
Great stiff arm.
Good job by Jeremiah Owens creating some space between him and the defender and got those extra yards to get the first down.
He did, and you can see Opelika really starting to bite on these play fakes. They're going to have to stay a little bit more disciplined as they see this is coming out more and more.
Well, I'm going to give Cohen Thomas some credit for that. He's done an excellent job with his ball fakes tonight.
And yeah, he sold it well.
He is really selling it, and it has created some space for his receivers to catch the football. And he's delivered the ball on target. He's under center now. 1st and 10. Motion. Owens with the carry. He's got a lead blocker out there. Can he get the edge? He does. Another stiff arm. And he's going to be slung forward for some extra yardage on the tackle over there. Another good play and a good job leading the way out there was big number 55, Jaden Melvin, the offensive lineman. Got a good block on the edge and sprung him for a couple more.
Yeah, he did a great job getting to the edge, beat the first defender to the edge, hit him with a stiff arm, then the safety crashed down.
Timeout, Opelika. We'll take it with them. We'll be back to TC Britton Field in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we are back here at Smiths Station. It's going to be second down and about 3, maybe 4 yards down there. I got a bad angle on the sticks. I can't see for sure. The ball rests at the 16-yard line of Opelika.
They got a good one-on-one opportunity here at our side of the field.
And a quick give up the middle, a little trap play. And Sexton breaks a tackle, stayed on his feet, got away there. And he is going to, I believe, have that first down. He is, and it's going to be just outside the 10-yard line. So they can get a first down without scoring here, Austin.
Yeah, they can, and that was a great run there by Sexton, Mike. Great balance through contact.
Absolutely.
Put his hand up. They went 3 points of contact. All you Army or OSHA people, you'll know what I'm talking about. 3 points of contact there. Planked it out. Got a few extra. Great heart by Smiths Station on this drive.
The give. Owens cuts it inside. He's tripped but stays up. Again, that 3 points of contact there, Austin. He put his hand down and got a few extra yards before he fell. So a gain of about 3 on that play. It'll be second down. And Smiths Station can get in a first down at about the 1-yard line, maybe a little inside the 1-yard line.
This is a great opportunity here for Smiths Station, Mike. If you remember, they did kick off to start the game. They are going to get the ball to begin the second half.
We're at 1:35 now in this first half, clock ticking. Second down. Sexton with the give. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but keeps his momentum going forward. He got met by one of those big linemen, and he ran through it.
He did. Smiths Station a little late behind them to push the pile. They could have probably kept it going a little bit more.
1:14, and you know, I'm a big proponent of you can't take a timeout into the locker room with you here, Austin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might not be a bad time to take one.
Can't fit a camel through the eye of a needle. Ain't that what they say, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. 5-yard line now. They've got to go to the 1 or just inside the 1 for a first down. Sexton, the give, has his legs cut out from under him. A nice play. Let's see. That was number 8 for Opelika. Antonius Peters that took the legs out from under Sexton, and now we get the timeout. We're going to keep it here.
I would have loved to see Smiths Station there. There was a lot of green grass to our side of the field right here, Mike. I would have loved to see him kind of run Trayvon out on a little bit of a swing pass, get his momentum going right here this close to the goal line. You know he should be able to break a tackle or two on his way in.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's almost halftime. Join Richard Holdridge for the halftime update show brought to you by the Beck Center. Richard is chomping at the bit to bring you some highlights from the Beck Center. Does a great job every week with our halftime highlight show. And he'll bring you score updates from around the area and around the states of Alabama and Georgia. Games of interest.
He does a great job, Mike. Encyclopedia high school football knowledge. I mean, Richard Rainman Holdridge, shout out to him, dude.
Absolutely. Between he and Dave Plata, who you work with a lot.
Dave's a maniac, man. He is
my goodness.
A workaholic, and he knows the ins and outs of a lot of these programs around here. He pays close attention.
46.4 seconds left here in the first half. and I can't see the down marker. Is it 4th down?
It is 4th down, and they got the offense on the field trying to score.
So 4th down here for the Panthers. And that was going to, I believe the defensive end jumped for Opelika. On the shift, when the running back went in motion, I believe he stepped across, and that might, it's going to be half the distance. I don't think that's going to quite give them the first down. No, it's not half the distance.
It's offsides. It should be a full 5. That should put them right on the 1 for a fresh first down.
Let's see.
Okay, they are calling half the distance. So that moved him out about 1.5 yards there, Mike. I'm looking at the stick.
The Opelika coach is over there. He is a little bit livid right now. It's supposed to be half the distance. They've got the ball marked, and if they measured, it might be a first down. No, they're going to bring it back now. There we go. So the official who marked it off took a couple of extra steps. Wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I'm watching the chain gang down here. They're marking them.
They're going to be
at the 2.
Right around the 2-yard line. So
4th down and about 1 yard, Mike.
They got to have a yard here for a first down, and they can score as well. 45.6 seconds left in this half. Smiths Station does have timeouts. And he jumped again. Did they call it, though?
They did not.
The nose guard jumped.
He
Austin,
did.
you and I saw
he
him.
Did.
It was pre-snap. And let's see. Where do they mark it? Do they give him progress? They haven't set the ball down yet. Of course, one of the Opelika players ended up with the football on the bottom of the pile. But there is no flag.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't see that one, Mike. We seen it all the way up here. White Hat was at the back of the boundary. You should have seen that one. Plain as day, nose guard jumping offside.
And he's still got the football in his hand. He hasn't put it down yet. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here.
Where the side judge has them marked, they're probably going to bring the chains out. Looks like it's dang near close enough.
Inside the G of the goal line marker, if you could, as you can see here. They're going to bring the chains out. I'm not sure, Austin.
I'm not sure either. You know, for progress, the pile was kind of hard to see who actually had the ball in that scrum there.
I'm still a little bit surprised that we did not see a flag on that.
Yeah, I mean, it was right in the middle of the line. It even caused the offensive line to jump early, which should have blew the play dead right where it stood, right there, Mike.
Okay, let's see.
They got them short.
And it is, they have held. Opelika has held. 36 seconds left in the half, and Smiths Station, boy, what a great drive to get down there. And Blair Harrison is
you know, that's got to leave a bitter taste in Blair Harrison's mouth for sure.
He's out there. He's talking to the officials. I believe he knows
he
saw that same movement that we saw.
Yes, sir, he did.
And he's wondering how they didn't call that.
Almost, I'm sure Blair's probably down there saying maybe we should have just took the points and kicked the field goal going into halftime, considering you're going to get the ball back coming out. But all the respect in the world to him for trying to punch it in.
I formation for Opelika here. Now they're going to raise up. Look at the sidelines. I would feel like they're going to play it safe here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Mike, they're probably just going to try and get out the shadow of their end zone and just call it a half here.
Big play, though. Breaks loose. He's going to get out to the 10-yard line, breathing room. Clock now down inside 30 seconds. It's stopped with 28.5 seconds. Not sure why it was stopped. Now they're going to roll it.
I don't know why they stopped it.
Ball at the 10. They've got to go to the 11 for a first down. 15 seconds left. They don't have to snap it, but they do. They're going to throw it out in the flat, get it to their speed demon. He's going to step out of bounds with 5 seconds left.
And at this point, if you're Smiths Station, you know, it's 5 seconds left. You're going to play back. Just try and keep everything in front of you. Nothing crazy.
Right.
And just try and go into the locker room here and regain yourself. Get the ball coming back out of halftime and try to put something together. I mean, there's definitely positives to build on, Mike. with that last drive. They did a great job, but fell short.
Give and tripped up, and that's going to be the final play of the first half here at TC Britton Field at Smiths Station. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, you will be with Richard Holdridge for the halftime highlights show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The score is Opelika 21, Smiths Station nothing. We'll be back after the highlights show here at TC Britton Field.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back.
And shareable appetizers set the table or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's Columbus, Double L.
In the third quarter, we got the Calvary Knights in the third quarter. The start of the third quarter, Calvary Christian is leading Southwest Georgia STEM Charter by a score of 56-6. There's about 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Over in Macon, the undefeated Brookstone Cougars and the undefeated Stratford Academy Eagles. It's in the third quarter now, and Stratford leads Brookstone by a score of 27-14. And that's a battle of two top teams in the GIAA. We'd like to welcome those of you who've been watching Smiths Station and Opelika at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium, as Opelika leads Smiths Station 21-0 at the half. And we do want to make mention of a game down in Americus, as right now the score I have is the Sumter County Panthers, who are undefeated. They're one of the top teams in 2A. They are leading the Shaw Raiders, start of the third quarter, 34-7. And we still don't have a score update at Kinnett Stadium between Spencer and Jordan. Would like to get that score update. Pacelli on the road taking on Whitfield Academy, and Whitfield now leads 28-17. 17. So Whitfield Academy leading Pacelli, and that is in the third quarter, 28-17. All right, let's go ahead and go to, let's see, Russell County. They're going to be taking on Park Crossing tomorrow at the Cramton Bowl. That's going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff. Russell County is undefeated, as that is a region contest. All right, let's swing it back to, let's see if we got a score update between Carver and Columbus. Right now, as we speak in the fourth quarter, it is still 63-7, as I'm trying to get the most latest score update in that game. We want to thank everybody that's been kind of sending our score updates throughout the night. Thank you to everybody who's just really following us and watching all the games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carver does have the football in Columbus territory, and they're trying to pile on. They do lead 63-7. They're trying to get more points. Carver, they've just had a fantastic season so far, and they are taking on undefeated Columbus, which, by the way, will take on Shaw next Thursday night. We got a doubleheader Thursday night, actually. The Kendrick Cherokees, they're going to be taking on Spencer. Kendrick, right now, and I want to try to get a score update in that Kendrick game, because they are in a close, contested game against the Hardaway Hawks. Hardaway trying to get their first victory of the season. First-year coach Will Weldon, and we do have an update. 5 minutes left to go, and the Kendrick Cherokees now lead Hardaway 14-0. So if that score holds, Kendrick will go to 3-2 on the season, and Hardaway will go to 0-5. So Kendrick leading Hardaway 14-0 in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left to go at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium. All right, so we have a score update in the game that you are watching. We want to welcome our audience that's been watching Glenwood and Beulah. They're at the half, and the Glenwood Gators lead the Beulah Bobcats 40-0. Glenwood on a 3-game win streak, hosting Beulah. It is homecoming, and it has been all Glenwood. Beulah, who was a playoff team last year, just not the same team this year, and they are currently 1-3 on the season. All right, we want to thank everybody who's been watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the action at Sammy Howard Field as you're watching Glenwood leading Beulah 40-0, and we'll be back with a quick short break. We'll get some more score updates here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I can't hear myself. It's all right.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Silver Mono and Colorado Trust.
Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, I was muted the whole time.
People from all over the USA are going to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Oh, all right. Hey, we want to welcome everybody that's been watching Smiths Station Opelika. We are at the half. Opelika leading Smiths Station 21-0. Let's go ahead and get some of the other score updates as Beulah trailing Glenwood at the half 40-0. This game is almost final. Carver leading Columbus by a score of 63-7. It's Carver trying to continue to stay undefeated. We'll try to get a score update on that. We'll also try to get a score update on Kendrick Hardaway. And right now, Kendrick is leading Hardaway 14-0. They're trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Kendrick leading Hardaway in the fourth quarter. There's about 3 minutes left to go in this game. Hardaway actually has the football, and maybe they could try to score a touchdown here and maybe go for an onside kick. And we'll go ahead and swing around the area that you are watching. Right now, we do have a score update in the third quarter, and Jonesboro leads Harris County by a score of 17-3. This was 10-3 at the half. Jonesboro trying to go to 3-2 on the season. Harris County is 2-2 on the season as they got a big game next week against Northside. Down in Americus, Georgia, we've got Sumter County in the third quarter leading Shaw 34-7. And then let's go ahead and swing it over to trying to get a score update on that Calvary Christian game. They are taking on STEM Charter right now. And we do have a score update with about 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. The Calvary Christian Knights lead Southwest Georgia STEM Charter 63-6. Calvary trying to go to 5-0 on the season as they will host Brookstone in a big contest next week. All right, we don't have any games that are final just yet. Let's see. That Kendrick Hardaway game, it's getting close to being a final. I think Carver and Columbus, that looks like it could be a running clock. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. I'm still trying to get a score update for Spencer Jordan. That game is being played at Kinnett Stadium. I've asked around, and hopefully we can get a score update in that game as Spencer ended up getting their first win of the season last week. Jordan still trying to pick up that first win since 2020. All right, let's go ahead and see. Yep, that it is a final. The Carver Tigers defeat the Columbus Blue Devils. Columbus falls to 3-1. Carver goes to 5-0. And Columbus is going to be taking on Shaw next Thursday night. We will have it for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carver will be on a bye next week. Their next game, I believe, is going to be against Hardaway. Actually, no, they're playing Hardaway next week. So Carver is going to play Hardaway next week. That's going to be on Friday. And so Kendrick right now is leading Hardaway 14-0. This game is going to be a final pretty soon as we've got Kendrick looking like they're trying to get the win. Let me get a score update on that Kendrick Hardaway game. Right now, we have about that is going to do it for the Kendrick Cherokees. So we do have a final. We have our second final of the game. The Kendrick Cherokees end up defeating the Hardaway Hawks 14-0 to push their record to 3-2. Hardaway falls to 0-5. Kendrick will face Spencer next week, and that's going to be a massive game. We're going to have that game for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We want to thank everybody that's been watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be a part of just the special family here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live and allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility that has coaches' rooms, conference rooms. They have batting practice facility, an indoor practice facility for football, soccer, film rooms, an area for press conferences and media day and signing days. So thank you once again. We're going to go ahead and send it back to Mike Peacock on the call at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium. It's halftime, and Opelika leading Russell County 21-0. Back to you guys. forget to unmute me. And we would like to welcome you to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be a part of this incredible facility here where they have state-of-the-art coaches' offices, conference rooms, an indoor facility for practice, and we also have a film room and areas for press conferences and signing days. So thank you once again to Roger Beck. We are at the half as Opelika leading Smiths Station by a score of 21-0. We're also at the half with Beulah trailing Glenwood 40-0. We have a couple of finals as we do have a final score. I want to thank Rex Castillo for breeding this final in as the Spencer Green Wave, they get their second victory of the season by beating the Jordan Red Jackets. This game took place at Kinnett Stadium earlier today at 7 o'clock. We have a final between Carver and Columbus. Carver stays undefeated, and Columbus drops to 3-1 as Carver defeats the Columbus Blue Devils 63-7. And we also have the Kendrick Cherokee snapping a 2-game losing streak as they defeat the Hardaway Hawks 14-0. So thank you once again for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show. We're going to send it back to Mike Peacock. So take it away, Mike, and enjoy the second half.
And we're back here at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium. Thanks to Richard Holdridge on the halftime highlights show. Another great job by Richard, as usual, bringing you all the highlights and updates from around the area. And the players are warming up, completing their final warm-up to get started with this second half here. And Austin, Opelika was able to score all 3 times it had the football, save for the very last possession, which they took over deep in their own territory. But they were able to do what they wanted to on the offensive side of the ball. Smiths Station had a great drive to end the first half, got down inside the 5-yard line, got some tough luck, and wasn't able to push it across before halftime. But they do get the football coming back after halftime.
They do get the football controversial into that last drive, potential missed call. Weird things with the spot. Smiths Station not able to punch it in, but they do get the ball here. And you got to think Opelika was trying to make some halftime adjustments. But, you know, it's kind of hard to make those adjustments when Smiths Station has been running it so well.
Yep.
It's going to be hard for them to not bite on these play-action shots. So, I'd honestly, the adjustment I'm looking for is maybe Smiths Station working some more quick game to the edge of the field, to the perimeter, instead of pushing everything vertical.
I think you might be right. Get those guys that can run with the football, get them the ball and let them create a little bit. The one thing, you know, the nemesis for Smiths Station this entire season has been much more on the defensive side of the football than it has the offensive side of the football. And they are a work in progress. They're working to build their depth. They're working to build everything. And it's not a knock on anybody, but a fact is a fact. Their defense has just not been able to stop people the way they need to, and that has carried over tonight as they've not been able to really stop the Opelika offense. Now, some of that has been self-inflicted with penalties.
Yeah, they've had chances to get off the field early in the first quarter, but kind of shot themselves in the foot there. And also early in the first quarter, they were kind of doing a good job of getting after the Opelika quarterback coming off the edge. We've seen them kind of go away from that, but Opelika's really been hammering them in a phone booth, kind of just running it on them the last 2 drives they had.
What Blair Harrison would like to see right here out of his offense is a repeat of what he saw at the end of the first half. He would like to see them move the ball down the field methodically.
Yes.
But they need points. They really need to get the ball in the end zone. I mean, a field goal would be okay, but they need to get something other than a 0 on that scoreboard.
They have to. They got to push it across the goal line. I mean, they've shown the promise. The receivers have shown the ability to make plays. And Trayvon Key's done an excellent job running the ball for him, too.
Trayvon Key's had an excellent night. And another Key's had an excellent night too, and that's Colby Key from Opelika. His first game back after injury, and he has done an excellent job for the Bulldogs leading the offense.
He's done everything Opelika's asked him to do tonight. The only one play that could have went bad was the dropped interception by Smiths Station. Besides that, he's played a completely clean football game up to this point.
Reese Beasley will tee it up for Opelika, and we're about to get underway here in this second half. It is 21-0 Opelika. Smiths Station gets the football, and they are going to be intent on moving it down the field and getting something on the board here. Beasley, all three of his kickoffs tonight have been touchbacks. And this one will be as well. That one might have cleared the end line that time.
I mean, that thing just takes off, floats forever.
And he's like a golfer. It looks effortless.
It does.
You know, when he comes through the ball, he doesn't look like he's putting any extra oomph into it.
No, nothing herky-jerky about it, just very fluid motion.
It explodes off his foot. There's no reason why he's a much heralded kicker for the Bulldogs. So here comes Smiths Station trying to pull themselves back into this one. Again, an excellent drive to end the first half, something to build on there, and they're going to try to score here early on in this second half. The give to Trayvon Key. He breaks a tackle. He's loose in the secondary, and he's all the way out over the 30-yard line, up near the 34-yard line. Let's see where they mark him. I believe it's going to be the 33.
He had two Opelika defenders draped on him, carried him for about another 5 yards. Excellent balance by Trayvon Key.
He is having an excellent night for the Panthers so far. He's also thrown a couple of good blocks.
Yes.
He's caught a pass. He's doing a little bit of everything for the Panthers.
And you see, Mike, how Smiths Station condensed their formation all the way back down. Remember, at the end of the first half, they had some receivers spread out wide. Yep. They're probably trying to get Opelika to commit.
A give to Key. He's around the right side. He gets the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. That's going to be another gain of about 7 or 8 yards. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to put it down at the 41-yard line. That's going to be 2nd and 3 now for the Panthers.
Trayvon Key again getting to the edge. We've seen that a couple times tonight. He's got a good burst of speed back there in the backfield. Great first couple of steps from Trayvon Key.
Let's see if sometimes they try to sneak in a trap play with one of the other backs. See what they do here.
They send the receiver out.
That's a lead play over off the right side. And the ball was on the ground, I believe.
Smiths Station got it back.
Smiths Station got it back, luckily. But they turned the running back, Luke Sexton, for a flip there. He came down on top of his head, and I believe the ball came loose. It may have been down anyway. Let's see. What are we doing now?
Got a bit of Blair Harrison.
They're going to measure. Okay.
Okay.
They're going to measure to see if they got the first down. They are right at the stick.
Yeah, just from our vantage point, it looks like they got it.
Yeah,
maybe by a nose, half a football.
They got it. Yeah, the nose of the football is over the 44-yard line, and that's where they had to get. So let's see when they stretch the chains what it comes out to be. It's either going to be 3rd down and very short, or 1st and 10 for the Panthers. It's going to be short, about a football length short.
Wow. Gotta love high school football game, Mike. You see the volunteer chain operators. It's so funny. You see a guy running the chains in his work clothes. He just got off. Shouts out to the guys who always help out do that, man. It looks a lot different than a college game where everybody's in their referee whites.
And when you when you come a little bit later in the year, when it gets into October and November, those guys will be in camo because they left their deer stand and came to the
come
ball
out
game.
the deer woods. I don't know about you, Mike, but my first stop when I come out the deer woods is usually Waffle House.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before I make it to the football field.
So 3rd down and about a football length for the first down for Smiths Station. Tight formation, straight wing T formation. The give, Key. He gets tripped up, but he's going to get up to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be a first down. I like what Trayvon Key does, Austin. He tries to get his shoulders upfield as quickly as he can. And when he does, if you give him a little bit of room and he gets a burst,
yeah, we've seen it. He can burst right through a small crease. He's done it multiple times a night. And I'll tell you what, Cohen Thomas still selling the give really good. He's holding it tight, and you're not sure who has the ball for a split second.
The shift. Key gets it around left end. He's got a little room over there. And another nice gain on first down by Trayvon Key. He's got to be up nearing 100 yards in this game rushing.
Smiths Station got it rolling right now, Mike. But, you know, when they got down to the goal-to-go area, condensed area of the field, things got a little tougher for them.
Yep. 6-yard gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
You see them convert here. I think they'll be in a place where they'll be looking to take a shot. And try and possibly score with an explosive to avoid having to go down to the red area.
The give this time, it's Owens coming around. He's going to be tripped up. A nice play there from Opelika by Matthews Norman. Matthews Norman. Matthews Norman with the play, tripped him up in the backfield, shot through, got into the feet of Owens.
Yeah, there was multiple Opelika guys there at the end of the play. Just great job flowing to the football by them.
The ball sits with the nose at the Opelika 47, so that's basically no gain, maybe a football gain on that play. And it's 3rd and about 3.
So they can get Trayvon Key to the boundary.
Sexton, he's going to get into the secondary. He's still on his feet, gets down inside the 40-yard line to about the 38.
Sexton
maybe the 37.
Shades of Mike Allstott there, Mike Peacock. He squared up, both hands on the ball, over-under grip, and just let it rip down through there.
Ran through a couple of tackles, and they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line of Opelika, 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and they are moving the football, Austin.
They are. They're rolling right now. And they got Opelika on their heels. And we're kind of looking for them to try something a little explosive here. They've only put a wide receiver to the boundary one time on this drive. Really got Opelika playing in a phone booth right now.
Trayvon Key gets the grab. He turns it up. He gets loose for a second, but then he's met and brought down quickly. I believe.
You see Blair kind of lulling them to sleep here.
That was Isaiah Gray that met him.
There's a flag on the play, Mike, late flag.
There is a flag at the end of the play over there. Let's see what happened. Personal foul, face mask against Opelika. That's a big one for the Panthers.
Big breaks that weren't going their way the first half, just went their way that time.
It's almost going to put them in the red zone. They're at the 21-yard line, 1st down. And this is what Smiths Station needed to do, Austin, coming out of halftime.
Absolutely. They've done a great job executing. Get the good break with the face mask there. That's really going to put them in position to try and make a play. You see Opelika still all crowded on the line. No safeties back deep. I'd love to see him put somebody out in the flats right here, out in the motion.
Quick give and a nice play off the edge. That was number 40 for Opelika, Terez Thomas, the defensive end. He shot down the line and met that play and stops it.
He did, and it looks like, Mike, that Opelika's committing to stopping that dive.
Loss of about a yard there. It's going to be second down 11 for the Panthers.
I mean, they are going to try to make Smiths Station have to run something else to be productive. They are going to fully sell out on that dive option part of the wing tee they got.
Pass out in the flat. Oh, he hit him in the hands, but Key just couldn't quite get to the football. The throw was a little bit low. It was definitely catchable, and I would guarantee you that Trayvon would tell you he should have caught that football. But
absolutely. Rounded off his route a little bit, Mike. Could have been part of the problem there. Should have really cut flatter across the flat there. He kind of arced his route a little bit and probably gave a little bit more ground than he should have.
So third down now and 11 yards for Smiths Station. This is the longest third down situation the Panthers have had on this drive. Fake to Key. Now he's wide open. What a catch! Touchdown, Smiths Station. Jeremiah Owens with a diving catch in the end zone, and the Panthers are on the board.
It's a great catch. Great throw, Mike. Opelika dared them to do something else beside the dive, and they answered the bell right there and absolutely slung one in there.
Well, they are keying on Trayvon Key. No pun intended there. And he drew the attention of the defense, and Jeremiah Owens just ran by himself into the end zone. And Cohen Thomas led him a little bit, and you didn't know if the catch was going to be made, but a great grab by Jeremiah Owens for the score.
Excellent diving effort.
Monka, the kick is up, and it is no good. It was wide to the right. So that's going to leave it at 21-6 now, but a great drive, and exactly what the doctor ordered for Smiths Station on their opening drive of the second half.
Most definitely. Kept Opelika honest. Made him pay the price there.
We'll take a break, and we'll be back in a moment for the kickoff from Smiths Station. It's 21-6 Opelika. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Back at TC Britton Field at Panther Stadium in Smiths Station. Opening drive score for the Panthers here coming out of halftime, and they will kick it off to Opelika. Monka will put toe to leather here in just a moment. And he kind of pooches that one down. It's going to be a rolling, bouncing kick picked up about the 15-yard line. Oh, my goodness, he is loose on the sidelines over there. That is C.J. Johnson.
Tackle.
He broke another tackle. He comes across the field. He's in a foot race now, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. So he started at the 15 and got all the way down to about the 8-yard line. That's going to be about a 67-yard jaunt right there by C.J. Johnson.
That was absolutely what you could not afford to do if you were Smiths Station. Just tried to claw yourself back into this game, and you give up a huge explosive on the kick return.
They're going to mark it at the 7-yard line. That is actually a 78-yard return.
He had the juice. And he got past midfield. Another 3 Smiths Station defenders tried to get him. He spun out of it and went for another 30.
The give. He's open on the right side. A big hole. Bounces off a tackler. Keeps his feet moving. Did he get to the goal line? No. He's going to be short. Brought down at the 1. And that was Number 32 for the Bulldogs, Darius Story.
He did a great job staying upright there, Mike. Shades of Michael Turner way backed in.
No, I'm sorry. That was C.J. Pink. C.J. Pink, I was reading the defensive player's number instead of the offensive player's number. C.J. Pink went to carry. He gets the give again in a big hole and goes into the end zone, touchdown. Boy, he had a nice hole right there.
Yeah,
great job by the offensive line.
Could have drove a truck through it. Instead, Pink drives through it for 7. Great back-to-back runs by him.
That was his first action of the night, I believe. Gotten the carries on that drive, that short drive. Officially a 7-yard touchdown drive after the long kickoff return. And Beasley on for the extra point. And the holder gets that one down. It was a little bit of a bounce or a bobble or something on the snap, but he was able to get it down. And one thing they said, he was breaking in a new holder this year. So, very quickly, we've had another score. 5:23 left in the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
And we're back here at Smiths Station. And ladies and gentlemen, those last two plays, the touchdown by Smiths Station, the kickoff return by Opelika, will be big candidates. And here's a flag. I think we got.
I think they're going to get offsides on the kicking team here.
I believe so. But those will both be candidates for the Houlihan's highlight of the week. A new service we're going to have here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, brought to you by Valley Hospitality, one of the newest members of our sponsorship team here on the network. We welcome Valley Hospitalities. They own a lot of hotels. I think 13 hotels in the area, 7 restaurants.
They've been doing it a long time in the area, Mike. And matter of fact, the highlight of my week was at Houlihan's the other night with. We had Thrift and Richard and Mike Frost there, and me and Mike Frost went to town on some firecracker shrimp.
Hey, oh my
Tried
goodness.
to roll me out of there. So shout out Houlihan's and the Valley Hospitality.
We're proud to have them as a part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live and looking forward to the Houlihan's highlight of the week each week coming up beginning this week. So a couple of candidates here in this game, back-to-back really. The catch by Jeremiah Owens. And the kick return by Opelika. Let's see. Beasley, he's 5 yards back. Let's see if he puts it in the end zone anyway. And he booms it.
He booms it.
And he does put it into the end zone anyway.
The kid's got it, Mike. When you're hot, you're hot.
So every kickoff tonight has been a touchback. I think it looked almost like they were going to try a little.
Yeah, they look like they're a little onside. He kind of swung it to the side a little bit.
And trying to catch Smiths Station by surprise, but they
might have been trying to put a few nails in the coffin, huh, Mike?
I believe so. I think they feel like if they can gain a little distance, they can put this game away.
Yes.
But they've didn't work that time. 5:23 here to go in the third quarter. And Smiths Station, I dare say, Austin, if they keep their offense rolling like it has been, they will use up the rest of the clock here.
Yeah,
in the third
and
quarter.
that's the kind of a double-edged sword Blair Harrison's looking at right now. Down 28-6, they've been efficient, long drives, but short time, they got to make something happen.
The give, Trayvon Key. He's tripped up. He's going to gain about 2 or 3 yards on that play. Gets across the 20. Let's see. No, they're going to hold him to about a yard there. It's across the 20 to the 21-yard line. He was tripped up quickly. Somebody got into those feet again on that right side of the Opelika defensive front.
Second down, 10.
Yeah, that's kind of a classic defensive way to attack the wing tee or any kind of power run scheme like that. Is kind of just dive into the center of the line and kind of muddy up the gaps and the seams.
The fake. The throw out in the flat. Oh, it's picked off. A tip drill, and he's going to go. Is he going to make it? Yes, touchdown. That was for Opelika. That was Jacody Jackson, the defensive back. He took the tip. The ball was tipped up in the air by Braden Howard. And Jacody Jackson gets the pick 6 for the Bulldogs, and that's not what Blair Harrison wanted to see there.
Not at all. Underthrown ball by Cohen Thomas. We had a pretty good view of it here, Mike. It kind of ricocheted off the Opelika defender's helmet. And Opelika able to capitalize on the tip drill.
So Beasley on for the extra point.
With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And we're back. TC Britton Field. 35-6 Smiths Station, and the backup kicker. And folks, I'm going to try to get this name right. And it's a returnable kick. And he stepped out of bounds.
Just barely. I'm talking about a blade of grass out of bounds.
That was Elijah Tatum. He wanted to return that so badly,
did.
but he probably, truth be told, Austin probably should have let that hit. I believe it would have kicked out of bounds.
Yes.
But the kicker is the second unit kicker for Opelika, and his name is Bounton Kiosingarath.
All right, that's a lot of syllables in there,
I probably
Mike.
didn't say that right. I probably butchered it, and I apologize, but I did my best.
It's obviously a man of international heritage.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Where's number 50, which is an unusual number for a kicker?
It is. Maybe he double tips as a linebacker.
He might. So first down and 10 from the 6-yard line, I believe it is for Smiths Station. The give up the middle, met hard. It's going to be a gain of a couple maybe. And I believe that was Luke Sexton.
Yeah, that was Sexton. Big body guy. They've used him a good bit tonight. Able to break some tackles, but nothing doing on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night in the South, and if you just can't get enough high school football, you got to tune into the GIAA High School Scoreboard Show tonight on the GIAA Facebook page and GIAA.tv. Hosted by Richard and Thrift and presented by the Beck Center. They'll have every score from around the entire state of Georgia. Join them after the games. Cohen Thomas stays behind the line of scrimmage, delivers it deep. Trayvon Key's got it. He's loose, and he's across midfield. And a big chunk play for Smiths Station to their guy, their go-to guy, number 2, Trayvon Key.
Blair Harrison caught him sleeping, Mike. Opelika keyed in on stopping that run.
Cohen Thomas, an excellent job of not crossing the line of scrimmage there. and delivered a dime to Trayvon Key, and a big gainer for the Panthers.
And they're going to have to do a lot more of putting the ball in the air, Mike, if they want to make any headway on this lead.
And they've got to get some stops.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
The give. That is Owens. Owens stumbled but got his balance back, was able to get about 4 yards.
Great job by Owens, Mike, and I've noticed that these Smiths Station backs do a great job of making it through the hole, even through contact, remaining balanced through the hole.
Well, I got to mention this, Austin, and I got to give kudos to Blair Harrison because he has assembled a staff here at Smiths Station that has, gosh, between them, they've probably got 150 years of coaching experience if you add everybody up.
Right.
And those guys do have these kids are well coached.
You can tell by the way these running backs have played tonight that they have definitely done some work in the summer.
Key got the edge, gets outside. He's going to be caught quick, though. A nice break on the football. Was, I believe, Jamel Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin hauled him
who came
down
over
there.
quick. I mean, he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he
was. Looked like Trayvon Key was going to have a big gain right there, and then here come number 25 and drove him out of bounds, and it's 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, he came into frame really quick, Mike, and blew that one up.
So definitely 4-down territory for Smiths Station here. If they don't get the first down on this play, they will keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, it's sink or swim time at this point, Mike. They pretty much got to let it all hang out, and whatever they got in the playbook, they're going to have to open it up, dust off a few pages.
And a keep by Cohen Thomas, and he goes down. A nice job. A good read right there. Excellent read. The first time I believe he's carried the football as a straight carry this time, and he read that play perfectly.
He did.
And got his yardage for the first down.
And he knew that nobody was looking at him to keep it. He hasn't kept it all night. Able to take advantage there, move the chains.
And I like it, too, because he protected himself. He saw
did.
the linebacker coming and got down. He knew he had the first down. Smart play by the quarterback.
Another sign of a well-coached squad.
Key's got it. He spins off a tackle or two, and then he got met hard.
Edge defender read that perfectly, Mike. Was able to send Key back inside to his help.
And the last guy that got the big shot on him, I believe, was number 26 for the Bulldogs, Xavier Thomas, from his safety position. And it's going to be 2nd and about 7 for the Panthers. Another good drive for them with a big chunk play included. Thomas, quick pitch. Sexton, sideline, met hard over there. I believe the guy who popped into him was Elijah Oden, a linebacker.
Yeah, that was a great play by Oden. I mean, that was a hard lick. He came flying in.
No gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and about 7 again.
Can tell Opelika really wants to put this thing away. They are playing hard on defense after that big shot. And this is another area where Smiths Station and Blair Harrison could think about taking a shot here. They're not. It's going to be the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. So we're going to take a break. It is 35-6. Opelika, Smiths Station threatening again. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Back at Smiths Station to begin the fourth quarter, and the situation is Smiths Station has 3rd and 7 at the Opelika 23-yard line, and they are desperately trying to get more points on the board here, Austin.
Absolutely. They're laying it all out right now, Mike. They got no choice.
Owens the fake. Cohen out in the flat. Trayvon Key has the catch.
That was a great catch.
It really was, and a good throw by
Great throw by Cohen Thomas.
He laid that in just the perfect spot. Trayvon Key with the catch. Couldn't quite get his balance back to get turned upfield and got tripped up over there, but it is a first down for the Panthers, and that's huge.
I cannot say enough about that throw, Mike. I mean, he let it go. Trayvon Key wasn't even open. He just straight up trusted this guy to get there. And it worked out for him. Great job by Cohen Thomas.
And they've got that's
him and Trayvon Key, both juniors, Mike. Something to look forward to for the Panthers moving forward.
No doubt. Almost a busted play right there, but Thomas gets the handoff to Luke Sexton. Sexton's going to gain about 3. Well, no, let's see. He's going to gain a couple there. It's going to be 2nd down and 8, and the ball sits at the 13-yard line. Red zone again for the Panthers. I believe this is their 3rd trip into the red zone tonight.
It is. And as you can see, the points have been sparing.
They got held on a goal line stand by Opelika to close the first half, and then scored on their first possession here. A quick give to Trayvon Key. Oh, and he's tripped up in the backfield in an excellent play by Matthews Norman, the defensive back. He came up and sniffed that one out and got into the feet, a little shoestring tackle there. Trayvon Key just couldn't get away from him, and a big loss back to the 20.
Yeah, Mike, I would have loved to see him split at least 1 or 2 receivers out right there and just kind of free up some space for these backs in the red area. Things get so condensed down, and for Smiths Station to condense their formation and put everybody right on the ball, something they may want to look at switching up here as they try and punch it in.
It's 2nd down. The ball sits right on the 20-yard line. And the clock is under 10 minutes here in the fourth quarter. And the brand new stands, by the way, I haven't mentioned that tonight. Timeout, Smiths Station, but the brand new stands here in the end zone, Austin, I haven't mentioned it. They've been working on those, and the band has a new home.
It looks great, and you can really see how big the band is over there. I mean, it's looking great. They've done a great job with it. I was just peeking around the corner here to take a look at them, and Smiths Station's band has been rocking out all night. Awesome job creating a good atmosphere here at TC Britton Field.
Yeah, my work is based here in Smiths Station, and I'm in this area quite a lot, and I've watched that come up and watched the progress of it, and I noticed earlier this week that it looked like it might be finished, and they're actually using it tonight.
Yeah, they got after it. They wanted these kids to be able to use it. I know the kids appreciate it. They put on a great show tonight.
They really improved the facilities here at Smiths Station. Hey, folks, don't forget, at the end of the game, we will be naming the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. I actually talked to Alex today, participated in the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce golf tournament, and saw Alex out at the golf course and spoke with him for a few minutes, and actually had one of his guys playing in my group today, Tyler Bankston from his office over on Somerville Road, brand new office over on Somerville Road, and we appreciate Alex Quinney.
What'd you shoot, Mike, or you don't want to talk about it?
Well, we shot 9 under as a team.
Nice.
9 under as a team. Of course, it wasn't close to winning. Thomas looks over the middle, and it's too high for everybody. He was looking for Trayvon Key.
Might have been a little bit of miscommunication there. Trayvon Key was right under the goalpost. Looked like Cohen Thomas thought he might have broke to the right on that as he let it go a little bit wide. Had a chance, though. Ooh, that is just.
And fortunate, but they're going to try a field goal here. They're going to give Monka a chance. This will be a 37-yard attempt by Monka.
First field goal attempt we've seen tonight.
The kick is up and just gets under the goalpost a little low. It almost looked like somebody got a hand on it.
Yeah, they might have just barely got a fingertip on that. It looked like it affected the flight path just barely.
So, nothing doing for the Panthers on that drive. 9:37 left in the ball game. We'll be back in a moment to TC Britton Field and Panther Stadium in Smiths Station. And we're back at Smiths Station. Opelika with the football now. 9:37 to play. Quarterback's going to keep it the first time that's happened tonight. And he's got a big gain. He's going to get out of bounds. He's going to gain up to the 35-yard line, so about a 15-yarder there for Key.
And nobody on Smith Station side even had any idea he had the football. They were not expecting him to pull that ball whatsoever.
And he made a great read. That was a little option play there where he could read and keep it or give it.
Yeah,
and he made the right read.
Wow, tough physical run there. Couple yards.
That's a big running back.
It is.
Tell you what, you get to 7A football in Alabama, you're going to see some specimens out there.
I was just about to say, Mike, there's some beef, especially on both sides of the ball on the trenches for both teams. There's some big boys out there. And you got to think Opelika just wants to keep grinding away here, Mike. Second and medium-ish. Doubles on the field.
Pass just a little bit behind the receiver there. That was intended for Andre Van, the electric Andre Van we saw in the first half. And incomplete. But the running back that's coming off right there is Jalen Nelson, 6'1", 199 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're subbing quite a few guys in for this third down play. Opelika is probably trying to get some fresh legs out there, keep this drive alive, keep that clock moving.
And now we're going to have a stoppage, and it's going to be timeout, Smiths Station. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Back at Smiths Station, 8:47 left in this contest. Opelika has the football, third down and about 7 yards. And he gets away from the rush there. Key's going to run it. He's going to try to get to the marker, and he's going to step out of bounds short of the first down. And Austin, might we see the first punt of the night for Opelika?
I think so. They're running the punter on. I mean, nothing to prove here by going for it.
Or are they? No, they're keeping the offense out there.
Okay, they're going to go. They're going to try and go ahead and put this thing away.
Okay, 4th down and 2 here. And they did not bite on the clap fake that time. Let's see if are they going to run a play.
They might just be trying
to dummy
them out here.
The play clock has not started. I don't know why the play clock has not started. Pass out in the flat, complete. And he's still up and finally goes down. I'll tell you what, that man, Andre Van.
He's had an excellent game.
You know, he's not a great big guy, which most receivers aren't. He's 5'10", 155, but he's strong. And he kept his legs going and kept himself upright and got a couple extra yards there across into positive territory at the 49. First down for the Bulldogs.
The receiver position is evolving, Mike.
Another pass out in the flat. That's Van again. He's going to step out of bounds. It's going to gain right at 10, maybe 11 yards. And another first down. Little quick pass. Nice little out route by Van. Ball delivered on time by Key. And first down for the Bulldogs. Twin receivers to the left. And there's a quick pass out to Van in the flat. No, that's not Van. That's actually Jamarian Berry. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading the defensive player again. That's Keelan Banks. I'll learn how to read their roster in a minute. It's only the fourth quarter. I don't know what you people are expecting.
Excellent play by them, though. Just trying to keep things in the middle of the field, keep the clock running.
Absolutely.
And I would have loved to see Smiths Station do some stuff like that on their last few drives, like we were saying, Mike. Just get some athletes in space and let them go to work.
And here's a flag. Offside, Smiths Station. That's fourth or fifth, one of those of the game.
Yeah, they've had a few of those, plus a couple unsportsmanlike, or not unsportsmanlike, but personal fouls nonetheless that have definitely cost them in this game.
Key rolls left, looks, finds his man, and that is Van again. Catches it on the sideline, out of bounds for the first down. So the quick passing game has been the strategy on this drive for Opelika. No shots downfield, but just yardage eaters.
Yes.
And that one was to the sideline, so he did get out of bounds and did not keep the clock running. But now it has started again as the ball is placed.
I think they're going to want to give it off to their big body back right here.
And whistles again. Another flag. Let's see, this might be a false start. It is. False start by Opelika. One of the receivers over here on the right side got a little step early. So first down and 15 now. The ball sits at the 28-yard line of Smiths Station.
One thing you can say about Smiths, Mike, is Blair Harrison's got them fighting. I mean, they haven't let up. They've kept fighting this whole game.
The give, and he cuts it back. Good job by the running back. That on that carry, that was C.J. Pink again, and the original give was to make that play go off left guard, and he saw that hole close, looked back to his right, and was able to fold back and get some extra yardage. Oh, and the center did not snap the football.
Yeah,
and everybody on the offensive side except him thought he was supposed to. So it'll be 5 more against Opelika. It'll back it up. That negates the nice gain that Pink had.
There's a whole pack of dogs moving before the snap there, Mike. They can feel it. Almost 5 minutes to go. They're trying to get out of here with the win. They're moving a little quicker than maybe they should.
Under center that time for Key. He's going to spin and hand it to his back. And that is Jalen Nelson. And folks, don't forget, after the games tonight have ended, the GIAA Scoreboard Show, the ultimate wrap-up of Georgia high school football, presented by the Beck Center. Richard and Thrift will get you caught up on all the action from every corner of the state, live tonight on the GIAA Facebook page and giaa.tv.
Yeah, I'm sure Thrift and Richard would love for you guys to go check that out. They work really hard on that show, putting all these scores together, getting all the information gathered from all over the state. High school football is not the easiest sport in the world to track, Mike, and they really do a good job of it.
Hey, and you know what? They never get excited about it.
Never.
They're just
even
they're
keel.
just boring, you know. I mean,
they give you the news.
Never, you know. They just read the news to you. I mean, those guys. I'm just kidding. If you know them, you know what I'm talking about. Just making a little,
Thrift,
making
you know
a little
lying.
joke there at their expense. But those two guys do a great job. And we, you know, Thrift Behringer started this venture, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, doing games on his phone.
Yes.
A few years ago, about 3 years ago, and so.
Yeah, no, he's done a great job building this thing up, Mike. All right, I mean, I've known Thrift for a long time, since we were children. I would have never thought he would have got into this and got it blown up as big as he did, but, you know, it's been awesome. I've seen a lot of people starting to take notice and starting to watch these games, and I love it for these kids around here, Mike, to just get a chance to get some exposure, and they get a chance to send the game to their family members who might be out of town and their friends and say, hey, we were on the stream. And, you know, it's just been awesome for exposure for all these schools around this area. And hopefully in the future we'll be looking to expand into other areas. And
Yep. Well, you know, that's why I like being a part of it. It's just a great service to the community and a great service to families, you know, and people who, relatives in other places who might not ordinarily get to see the game can now. Key, going to keep it. He's going to get inside the 10. He's going to be tracked down from behind. That's probably might have been a touchdown-saving tackle from Aiden Van of Smiths Station.
Great presence by Key there. I mean, it seems like he felt the pressure, didn't even see the guy coming off the edge, was able to avoid him, give a little shimmy.
And I will say, I believe he had to run that football because there was excellent coverage by Smiths Station's defensive backs there, and he didn't have anybody to throw it to. So inside the 10, first and goal, the give, that's a new running back in. Oh, and he's dumped unceremoniously. I believe that's his first carry of the night, and that is Caleb Smith, a junior running back. And I didn't catch the number of that truck that hit him, but
that was number 78. I think that was Bonner.
That was
Bonner.
Was it Bonner?
He gave him the old Chris Benoit German suplex.
That was almost, you know, a WWE move there.
If you were at a wrestling meet, you would have heard everybody go, doo, when he hit the mat.
He gets the carry. You know, it's going to be a keep by Key. He cuts back and scores.
What a great cut by Key there. Stuck his foot in the ground.
Colby Key. Nice little head and shoulder fake, and stuck his foot in the ground and made a cut back to his right. Got into the end zone and adds a insurance score and the clock is still running.
Yeah, that was a great cut by Key. Real
think
Stetson Bennett-esque cut.
I don't think the officials realize the clock is still running.
The clock is still running. Nobody's looked over to stop it.
Nobody from the Smiths Station side has realized it's still running. Of course, they're
they
probably
may
not going to argue.
Yes, they might. They might just be ready to get out of here.
And it is still running.
It is still running.
Maybe they've gone to a running clock. I don't know. But it should be stopped now regardless, even if it was a running clock. They've run almost a minute off the clock here.
Yeah, it keeps running. I don't know if maybe they're running it on purpose. We got the side judge finally seeing it. I don't know if he's going to try to signal over to anybody. I don't even know if they have an idea of where the clock was before they just let it roll down forever.
It was about 3:23, I believe. 3:20-ish. They stop it. Now they stop it. Now they started it back.
They started like 5 times right then. Under 2 minutes, still running.
And
I think they're just going to let it ride, Mike.
Maybe they just made an agreement just to let the clock run.
Somebody might have radioed up on Smiths Station side and just said, hey, run it. We don't want any, I mean, you got guys that are key components of your team, and you don't want them getting hurt the last few minutes of this ball game. So I can see why Blair Harrison wants to just wrap it up and get out of here.
Kalsingarath, I'm going to go with that one this time on that pronunciation, is the kicker, and a whistle and a flag.
Offsides again, Mike. That's the second time Opelika's done this tonight. Offsides on the kickoff. They're going to hear about that one.
And the clock stopped.
And now the clock is stopped.
On the penalty.
Clock confusion, Mike.
Don't forget, everybody, we're going to announce here very shortly the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Kalsingarath will kick it again from 5 yards further away. And now the clock has started once more after the penalty was marked. And we're down to 1:05 as he lets it fly. Nice kick. Back to the 5-yard line. Smiths Station is going to have a little return here, and a good return out to almost the 30. That was Elijah Tatum.
Great job by Tatum, even as time's running out. Smiths Station
45
still
seconds.
giving it their all.
Clock still running. It's 42-6 Opelika. And I don't know if we're going to get another play. If we are, we're going to have to hurry.
I don't think they're going to try to get another play off. I'm not sure where the play clock's at. They don't got it running, Mike, so they probably will not.
Play clocks
have to.
haven't run, I don't believe, in the second half. And here's a new runner into the game for Smiths Station, Braylon Crowell. I think he did touch the football one time back in the first half. Where's number 21? And that's going to be the final play of the game. And your final score here at Smiths Station, Opelika 42, Smiths Station 6. And ladies and gentlemen, our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. There are a lot of candidates. And, Austin, we could have given it to somebody for the Bulldogs, but we're not. We're going to keep it here in Smiths Station, and that is going to go to Trayvon Key. He is going to be our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. He did a little bit of everything for these Panthers tonight, and he had tremendous effort for him, not taking anything away from anybody else on the field. But Trayvon Key deserves it here tonight.
Absolutely not, Mike. And I think part of our reasoning was is if you look at this Opelika team, they played so balanced and well as a unit. It's hard to pick one guy out of this group, honestly. But for Trayvon Key, he put Smiths Station on his back for a time during this game. And he's a guy, he's a dude that Smiths Station is going to need moving forward.
Great description of Trayvon Key. He's a dude.
He is.
He is a dude, and that's a strong compliment in today's world, especially in the sports world. He's a dude, and a great job tonight. You know, like you said, Austin, a couple of times, Smiths Station never quit. They kept their discipline. They made some mistakes. They had a bunch of little penalties that hurt them early, but they never got down. They never quit trying, and they are getting better and better every week. It's just they play in one of the toughest regions in the state in 7A football in Alabama, and it's just a hard road to hoe.
Mike, I'll go one step further than that. I mean, this is one of the toughest regions in the Southeast.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I mean, it is a tough one, and Smiths Station's got something brewing here, and they definitely got some stuff on tape that they can go and learn from and build from, and you know Coach Harrison Bailey's going to be getting after that.
Oh, Blair Harrison is going to do the job, and he's got that great staff over there. They're going to continue to get better. They're going to get stronger as they go along. But a great effort from both teams tonight. Congratulations to Opelika. And, folks, that's going to about do it for us here from T.C. Britton Field Panther Stadium in Smiths Station, Alabama. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. For Austin Allen, I'm Mike Peacock. For our producer, Tyler Dykes, hope you've enjoyed this telecast. We'll see you again next week on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Good night, everybody.